Hello everyone, for today's magic card trick tutorial I'm going to show you kind of a self-working, pretty neat magic trick that's pretty beginner and easy to do. So you have a regular deck of cards that are mixed up, and you're just going to have, you can have a spectator do this, or you can do this as the magician. Have the spectator deal out 3 piles of cards, or you deal out 3 piles of cards just like this, okay? So you go through and you deal the entire deck of cards out into 3 separate different piles of cards, okay? And now this is probably the time of the trick where you can start a conversation with a spectator, or tell a joke or anything like that, okay? Because this is kind of a little while and tedious process, okay? So you deal out the complete deck of cards into 3 separate piles, and I can show you, they're all well mixed up cards, okay? By separating them into 3 piles, that mixes up the cards, okay? You can even give the cards a few cuts, doesn't matter, okay? Now you're gonna have the spectator, or you can do it once and then have the spectator do it the second time. It takes 2 times to deal out these cards into 3 separate piles, okay? So you do the 3 separate piles one more time, okay? So you're completely mixing up the order of the cards one more time, and it's probably better to have you do it the first time and then the spectator do it the second time, so they can see how to deal out 3 different piles, because believe it or not, some people don't know how to deal out 3 piles of cards in a regular deck when you ask them, okay? So 1, 2, 3, okay? So you've done that. You've dealt out 3 different piles of cards 2 times, and you can even give the cards a couple cuts again and mix up the order of the cards so they're completely mixed up, okay? Give the deck a cut just like that. Now, what you're gonna do is deal out 12 cards, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And we'll do 3 piles of 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and look at that, on the 13th card you found an ace. Now watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The second ace. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The 4th ace, and the final one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards. And look at that, the 4th ace. You have found the 4 aces in the deck from a completely mixed up deck of cards that you could have mixed up, you cut, it was out of order. But not only that, watch this. This is what's even more impressive. Not only did you find the 4 aces, but you also found the 4 kings, the 4 queens, the 4 jacks, the 4 tens, the 4 9, 8s, 7s, 6s, 5s, 4s, 3s, and the 2s. And that, my friends, is out of order. Now, before I tell you how to do it, please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'd like to also shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate you, especially channel member John Clare, who's at the teller level. Thank you for being a loyal supporter, and I really appreciate it. It really helps this channel
Also, check out thebestmagicshop.com, where you can find some awesome new magic tricks, accessories, shirts, bags, and more for yourself or anyone who just likes magic.
Okay, now out of order, the tutorial. So you're gonna have to do a little prep work here. So you're gonna have to get your deck into a order where you separate 4 stacks of cards, ace through king, okay? You can kind of do it in new deck order, or you can just get any cards in ace through king order. So since I already have these done, this kind of can be your reset. So there's the suits themselves don't matter, but you can separate all ace through king stack into the suits. But since I've just done this trick, this is kind of an easy way to reset the trick, okay? So you're gonna need all the cards in order from ace through king, okay? So ace through king, ace through king, ace through king, ace through king, okay? Now, put 1 pile on top of each other, okay? Ace through king, ace through king, ace through king, and finally, ace through king, okay? Excuse me. Now, before you start the trick, you're gonna wanna deal, okay, see how there's 4 stacks of ace through king. And you can do it, you know, with all the hearts and then clubs and then diamonds and then spades. You can do it that way too if you want to. To start the trick off, you're gonna start before, you know, you do anything with the trick, before the spectator is even present, before anybody knows you're doing anything, deal out this setup into 3 separate piles, okay? So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you do that over and over and over and over again, okay, until you've dealt out all the cards in the deck, okay? I'm trying to do this as fast as I can because I know not everybody likes watching cards being separated into 3 different piles, okay? You ended at this pile, and I went clockwise, so I'm gonna pick this pile up first, place it on top of this pile, okay? Pick these piles up, place it on top of this pile, okay? So I went clockwise, and just the stack that I ended the card with, that's the first one I pick up and put them on top of top, okay? Now your deck's set. Now you're ready to perform the trick. Now, you can show that they are completely mixed up because it does look like they are completely mixed up, okay? So it's a completely mixed up deck of cards, and you can cut the cards. Just simple cuts where you just, you know, take cards off the top and place them on the bottom, okay? Just simple cuts as many times as you want. It won't ruin the order of the cards, okay? So now you start the trick, show that they are, you know, mixed up, okay? All the cards are there, and deal out the first time into 3 piles. Now, like I said, this is where the magician can be like, I want the spectator, you to do what I do, and to deal out these cards into 3 separate piles, right? And you're showing that they're out of order, and you're just going through 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? So all the way until you run out of cards. And when you get to the last card, okay, that was just 1, right? Yeah. That's the stack, okay? Pick this one up, and I went clockwise, place it on top of this stack, and then place it on top of this stack, okay? So now the spectator sees you separating the cards 1 time. Now you can have the spectator deal out the cards into 3 separate piles, okay? And you can cut the cards, you know, say you're even gonna mix them up more by just doing simple cuts, okay? Cut, cut, cut. Now, deal them out into 3 piles again, okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is only the second time the spectator is seeing you separate these cards into 3 piles. Okay, and go all the way until you get to the last card. And then when you stop, okay, pick this pile up, place it on top of that one, and there, okay? Now you're golden. Okay, now you're gonna cut the cards, and you wanna cut until you get to an ace. So you just kind of look, and I think when I was showing you, I just, you know, got straight to the point and just, you know, kind of cut so I know I'd be at an ace, okay? So ace is on the bottom. Now, you deal out 12 different piles, okay? And I just did 3 sets of 4, okay? And so now what you're dealing out, when you're dealing out the cards now, and I'm gonna flip them over as I show it, you're gonna flip out the king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the last card, boom, that's the ace, okay? King, queen. By dealing out the cards, once they're set up into 3 different piles, it puts them all back in order, okay? Just like that. It's a mathematical magic trick, which is why it's an easy beginner card trick. And it just works on just a basic principle of math, okay? So now your cards are all separated. And of course, when you deal them face out, you show the aces, and then you reveal it. You've also done it with the kings, the queens, the jacks, the 10s, the 9s, the 8s, the 7s, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, etc. And then you can reset it easily, like how I did it. You don't have to separate them in the suits. Just put them back in the ace-king order, and then deal out 3 piles before you start the trick again, okay? And so that's out of order, and it's easy, you know, kind of math, self-working card trick, and you just kind of just follow along and do exactly as what I did, and the trick will work for you. So give it a shot, have fun with it, and until next time.